reading for January 2019. This month will be a very illusory. This month, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. This month you can expect to deal with your fair share of illusions, emotional upheavals. When I was meditating on your sign, smoke and mirrors became the theme for this month for you. So there could be some people around you that are creating this type of deceptive, blinding energy. When you see one version of them, it quickly changes into something else. It can be a back and forth thing. It can even be the way that others may be viewing you due to your sort of detached vibe. You're not getting too caught up in over-investing when it comes to relationships and just people in general. And there's definitely some deception that surrounds this entire month. Who you deal with, the type of pursuits you engage in. Someone is not being their authentic self. And it shows. Someone is just downright playing games, to say the least. They're pretending. There's definitely people from your past that have come back into your life. You are reminiscing about the times that you've shared. You're thinking about your childhood. You're thinking about the good times, the bad times. And there's definitely room for the possibility of reuniting with someone. That you are reminiscing about. Right now, you have thrown yourself into work. You're working so much that you're unable to enjoy the fruits of your labor. I feel like you're finally making the decision to remove yourself. from the past, from people that you used to know, even the people you may have reunited with in the past. You may be rethinking this. But you're definitely thinking about a time in your life that has come to pass. And I feel like a part of you can see very clearly that things are not at all what they used to be. I feel like there's a lack of camaraderie. There's a lack of emotional fulfillment. There are people here. It could be within the workplace, within the home, or, you know, within your family. Any area of your life is plagued with secrecy. Ulterior motives. Cancer, you naturally have the ability to read the vibrations of others. You're able to see what will happen before it happens. Your strong intuitive abilities have been screaming at you. But you may be focused on other things, such as work, such as taking care of the home, paying the rent, paying the bills, trying to keep up with everything, that you don't tap into that little voice. That little voice is acting as a warning, as a signal that there's something off. There's something not right about this entire situation, about what's going on in the home, especially in reference to relationships. You know, I feel like there's a lot of, again, secrecy and doing things behind the other's back. There could be something draining you financially. There could be a feeling of lack. I feel like there's some codependency involved with multiple relationships. And this is more focused on financial codependency than anything else, but this could also be emotional as well. Somebody's all about staying in it for the money, I feel like things are starting to be revealed to you about the intentions of those around you and what path you should take. The Knight of Wands here. So we have some fiery energy here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're contemplating making a move. So you could be moving to a new home, a new job. This could also refer to leaving in general, leaving relationships, leaving an old stagnant situation. If you feel you've outgrown basically everyone that you know, then you're going to take that action to move it along. You could be dealing with some projects currently. Could be creative projects for some of you where you've had the idea in your mind's eye for quite some time, but now you're starting to take the steps to work towards completing that. You guys could be looking for new work, such as going to interviews. That could also be what this indicates as well with the Knight of Wands. But all in all, you're ready to make forward movement. You're ready to move on, onward and upward. With the Hangman here in your recent past, you've had to make some sacrifices along the way. You know, you've had to let go of your idea of how things should be, or you decided to let someone go or people go. For a moment, you had put things on ice. Some of you may have mustered up the courage to finally let everyone go, let everything go. But I feel like you've paused that idea for some of you as well, because with the Six of Chalices, you know, this is definitely all about reminiscing, reuniting. You know, so this could be a family reunion even, you know, since this is paired with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Some of you, it could be, you know, a school reunion, or just reuniting with what could be an ex. The issue is, there's something that's draining you drastically. This could definitely be in the emotional aspect as well. But mainly I see a lot of financial drains, overworking. Some of you may have grown tired of living the single life before you decided to reunite with this person here. But here we have in the near future, this Eight of Chalices reversed. There's no growth here. Things are stagnant. They're definitely emotionally unfulfilling for everyone involved. And it reaches a point where you finally move forward with walking away. This change will catch you off guard. There could be some things that have been reoccurring in your life, recurring patterns. Maybe some of you have been attracting the same kind of person. But there could be some misfortune. That seems to get in the way of your money. Your sense of security within your home. If you've been trying to hang in there and, work through any issues that you may have been facing with certain relationships, I see now that, again, that sense of detachment. You feel pushed there. Now we have secrets starting to come out. There's definitely a need for you to tap into that inner voice, because you may be ignoring some things here that will tip you off and warn you of what's to come. Currently, stress has been building up. You've taken on way too much. So you've decided to give it a rest, lay the wands down, try and find ways to relieve that stress. Knave of Wands as your advice. So, again, with that fiery energy, you could be receiving a message from someone here who seems to be very passionate about you. This could be someone younger in your life, or this could be, someone in your life who is older but acts a lot younger. They're very immature. As the Knave of Wands is placed here in the advice position, focusing on any creative goals, learning new things, going to school, training. Go for it. External to you is the Ace of Swords reversed. Again, with that whole smoke and mirrors thing. You really don't know where you stand with certain people. You are confused due to some miscommunications that have taken place. Things don't seem to be moving forward. Some of you guys could be dealing with someone who is extremely deceptive, someone who is easily distracted. They veer off of the path that leads them to their goals very easily. You're hoping to have a balanced relationship. Some of you are even wanting marriage or just a committed, harmonious, and balanced relationship. But a part of you fears that you may face a breakup, or you may fear expressing that you want more out of the relationship. You could be hoping for a new job here, a new contract. But a part of you is fearful. There may be a decision here that you might be waiting on. Especially in career. There could have been some sort of agreement here within the household. But one or the other. They're not keeping up their end of the bargain. Now, with the Hermit in the outcome, see some Virgo energy. So far we have fire and now Virgo. You're now keeping to yourself. And you are being a lot more discreet about your dealings. You're a lot more cautious about who you speak to. You could be pulling back in general, even in the home. You may just want to have your own space. Someone here, though, is definitely picking up on deception. So we have the Queen of Chalices reversed. So basically, the Queen of Chalices is the High Priestess's counterpart. Both of them are in the reverse here. So there's someone, could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, someone who is definitely scorned. They're very angry. There could be some insecurities, adding fuel to the fire. But this speaks volumes when it comes to love turning to hate or love turning to indifference. I feel like you may be ignoring some intuitive responses. And if you're not just outright ignoring them, then you could be missing them because you may be overinvested again in just working and trying to balance that with taking care of the house and having dinner, cooked and ready, or, just being prepared for the next day, taking care of everything you need to take care of, any errands, and, if you have to grocery shop. You've been so busy with all of these things that maybe you haven't allowed yourself the time to tap into that intuitive response. So here we have the Justice reversed. This is the card for Libra. There's been an injustice. There's a lot of lying, hiding. There's someone doing illegal activity, with that whole Queen of Chalices reversed, referencing codependency issues, I noticed that with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So it seems like it's a matter of both in this situation, financial and emotional codependency. Could be, an issue with addictions and spending money doing all of that. There's a lot of imbalance here. Any legal issues? You may feel that the proceedings are unfair. But nonetheless, we have the Death reversed. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio specifically, where you or this other person, they're having a really hard time letting all of this go, letting it end. There could be some resistance to change, especially when it comes to, someone drinking a lot, or, someone overindulging in other substances. It could simply just be in reference to the fact that deep down inside, you know what changes need to be made. But on some level, you or, someone that is living off of the other person. The Moon reversed. So now we have Pisces popping out. And here we have the Magician reversed. Smoke and mirrors. That Moon reversed speaks volumes. You've been left in the dark about a lot of things, or there's someone here that feels that you've left them in the dark in some way. They feel that, all of these injustices that have been done against me, this isn't right. I see that we have someone here who just runs with the hare and hunts with the hound. They're fraudulent. They're manipulative. Extreme deception in this reading. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. If someone was trying to be sneaky, they're going to be caught, basically. If at some point you still don't, allow yourself to tap into that intuitive response, that natural intuitive response, then something external will occur that will reveal it to you. Someone is not going to get away with their deception. Anything illegal that they're doing, any of the mind games. We have the Ten of Wands reversed again. So we have two tens crowning you here. Karma is still playing out in this situation for sure. And we have the King of Wands coming out, so we have more fiery energy again. This could be in reference to a manager of your company or just someone in your life who may be a fatherly figure or someone that is the leader of the pack. This person's very charming. I still get this feeling, though, that this person may try to get one over on you. Some of you guys are thinking about starting your own business. I see the King of Swords here. So air energy coming out, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's going to be a discussion here where someone is telling half-truths. And it gets to a point to where you're fed up, or someone is fed up here. They're not feeling like everyone is getting along, everyone's not seeing eye to eye. The situation has been more draining than anything else. Again, more references to, overindulging in drink or just, any substance that alters the mind. There could be an overindulgence in these things, and it could be, a big issue behind some of these injustices, some of these deceptive energies. I also feel like there could be someone here that was in a marriage, or at least a committed relationship, and the love has run dry. And it may be you that's deciding to, have a level-headed discussion about things and you know, get your point across, but at that point, you'd just rather be done with it. So we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So we have some Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I feel like you guys may be moving on to something new. You guys may be going back to school or doing some training here, going to orientation, you know, getting your, you know, higher paperwork taken care of. I see the Queen of Pentacles here. So definitely abundance surrounds whatever it is that you pursue, whether it's creative, something conventional, you know, you're at a, you know, traditional job setting. I see abundance coming towards you. I also feel like you guys do very well with taking care of the home and maintaining your finances, but just in the emotional sphere, it's just a completely different story. So again, the Queen of Pentacles comes back out. And I know you guys saw me shuffle. I feel like there could be a lack of clarity regarding an earth sign. Maybe you or the other person has decided to block communication and stop speaking. I also see the Devil reversed, so some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn specifically that has now decided to release themselves. For some of you, they may have already decided to release themselves, take some time for rest and recuperation, recovery. This could also refer to some of you that may be, you know, contending with drinking or just, you know, using substances, things like that, where you're finally deciding to release yourself from bondage. Karmic relationships are finally coming to a close. You're reclaiming your power. You're moving away from it, setting yourself free. If you felt that anything external was negatively impacting your relationships, negatively impacting even business dealings for some of you. You finally gotten the devil off of your back. No longer are you influenced by his deceptions. We have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So within a relationship, for sure, and for some of you, it could be within the workplace where you're feeling like you're not seeing a return on your investment. Someone here is feeling as though everything that they've given, all the time, energy, effort that they've given has not been matched. A few of you could be dealing with a relationship that didn't last very long. And it could be due to a lack of healing or a lack of understanding between the two of you. Knight of Wands reversed. You know, someone is very defensive, combative. There could be some level of paranoia here where someone is feeling as though the other person's targeting them and trying to cause unnecessary strife in their life. And now we see the world underneath that. So the signs I see with that: Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. You finally reach a point where, although you are overwhelmed, you could be dealing with a lot of stress, you could be trying to get a lot of projects and you know, things off your to-do list, you're trying to get it all completed, but it seems like, you know, maybe you don't have enough time to get all this taken care of, or maybe something unexpected occurs to where it prevents you from completing your tasks when you'd like to complete them. The Nine of Wands reverse also refers to not putting any more time into something. So someone has decided, whether it's you or the other person, they're not putting any more time into this. They've already done enough. And now we have the Fool. Yep. So I feel like you guys will be deciding to do so. But I also see, you know, with this Nine of Pentacles and the advice, you know, this person could be moving on slowly but surely and just focusing on their money, their home, you know, things that are practical, their responsibilities. Could be someone, again, who is very dependent upon their mother or dependent upon just those around them in some way, whether it's emotionally, financially, or both. And in this case, I see both. But it's very clear. At the end of this month, when the sneaky person here is caught in the act, you will decide to pull back and make your way out of the relationship, or just completely drop it all together. It's a lack of abundance. You know, someone is left feeling like they're unable to manifest anything real. I also see the Ace of Pentacles reversed. You guys will definitely be turning down a relationship for sure, just some new beginning here. There's definitely instability within the home. I see with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. You know, some of you guys are dealing with third-party situations. Therein lies the deception. And someone just simply hasn't made a decision. They're trying to play both sides. They're trying to keep them both if they can. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini specifically. For those of you dealing with air, where you're very aware that they're hiding something. Someone here is hiding something within a relationship or a marriage. Again, someone was already married before they got with you, or they were with you and got with someone else while you guys are still together. I see the Knave of Pentacles reversed, where there could be some bad news coming in regarding, you know, maybe a missed opportunity. Anybody that is awaiting the final verdict on a court proceeding here. You may not get the news that you'd hope for. It may be just an issue of the amount of money that you're getting. Maybe, you know, you thought that you would get more in your settlement and it ended up being less, or even, you know, nothing at all. Everyone walks away without having gained anything from the situation. I also feel like there's some issues going on at home. You could receive news that maybe about your child, for those of you that have children. Some of you could just be receiving news about how someone here is, you know, feeling like, you know, that the other person's not being a very good friend, and, you know, someone's all restless here. They're unable to relax. You know, there's been some things said in the past, said and done, that created a lot of resentment on everyone's end. There's been a lot of conflict, you know, a lot of one-upsmanship, or just trying to have the last word, or just, you know, saying things in a way where it leaves the other feeling defeated. It results in a loss. And again, with the Empress reversed, all right, so these are clarifying the external factors. There's definitely someone here who has been hurt in the past, for sure, in one way or another. They themselves have their heart blocked off. This person could be turning down a new beginning with you, or you could be turning down a new beginning with them. They may have said their piece, expressed how they feel, but now they may have made the final decision not to return to any of this. Now we have your card here, Cancer, with the Chariot reversed. You may feel certain things are completely out of your control. You may feel stuck. Things are not moving forward in the way that, you know, they may have been before. You know, things may not be moving forward the way that you need them to, or you know, want them to. Things seem like they're at a standstill. So we have the Three of Wands, and I really feel like you guys have been wanting to see the results, see the actions behind the words of, you know, let's make this better, or, you know, I want us to get along, or, you know, I'll do this different, or whatever it is that, you know, you've discussed with those around you. You may want to reunite with someone here, but if you decide to, it only lasts for a short period of time. It's not anything long term anyway. I if you're focused on your own business, there could be some financial issues currently, you know, could be temporarily putting you at a disadvantage. But once you continue to move forward in your creative projects, move forward with, you know, whatever you need to do within your business, at work, your ships will come in, but there are fears deep rooted in your subconscious due to having relationships in the past where, you know, you gave so much and ended up with nothing in the end. You know, definitely see someone here who is very impulsive. They're moving too fast, you know, they're moving way too fast. They don't think before they say or do anything. And now it's leaving the other person feeling trapped in their head. Or everyone involved could be feeling trapped. Mind is all over the place. Now we have the sun here. So, in total we have 3 tens. There may be delays in this completion finally being done with. But once it is done, we have the sun. Happiness, liberation. You start to feel new energy and motivation. To move forward with your goals. Some of you guys may find out about a third-party situation here. And you're not wanting to work together anymore. The initial heartbreak was painful, but you're able to see the light now. You're able to make that move. It can confirm any suspicions that you may have had in the back of your mind, or, you know, some of the things you may have noticed. It may confirm some things. I see money is looking great, but within a marriage here, you're going to decide to separate. And by doing so, it provides you with a new verve for life, a renewed sense of purpose in your life. Some of you could be dealing with the final proceedings. When it's all said and done, the divorce is finalized. The winner takes their money and they move on. They heal their heart over time. But for now, they must move forward. Someone is left feeling like they've been left out in the cold. See some Scorpio energy again here. I also see the King of Pentacles at the bottom here, which is interesting because, you know, this person is all about the money. They don't have any emotional attachments. They're all about the self. If they have money issues, then they come around. They're friendly, they're, you know, they're engaged. But let it be about anything else, anyone else, for that matter. And they're out the door. This person could also be someone who is extremely irresponsible with money. They're not making the necessary changes within themselves in order to transform the energy between the two of you. And so you have to end up walking away, closing yourself off. It's going to leave a mark. It's going to leave a scar. Someone's going to be left feeling betrayed. They're dealing with, grieving the loss of all of this. But overall, you will decide what's best for you. Rather than thinking about the other person or other people in general, you've decided to think about you. Some of you may be dealing with a situation where, with that Three of Pentacles reversed that we saw earlier, that could indicate a lack of skill, or this could refer to someone who thinks that they know it all, they think they know best, without ever being receptive to other people's inputs, other people's viewpoints. And if you guys were supposed to work together, or, roommate situation, or, business partnership, it only causes more conflict. So at a certain point, I do see that you decide, I don't want to move forward with anyone. If you are dealing with some financial instability, you may be trapped in your mind as to how you're going to make this move. But I see things working out in your favor, especially when it comes to legal proceedings. There are some get-togethers with friends, and, just reigniting that passion for life again, even in the midst of loss and separation. Such a mixed bag with this reading. But at the end of the day, Cancer, I see that you're willing to make a change. You're willing to take that step in the right direction. If you see that no one else is changing, you see that, the conflict still remains, there's still resentment, same patterns start showing up, deceptions start getting exposed. Then it's time to act on your hunches, act on any ideas that you've had or plans that you've had to, strike out on your own. If you're unhappy and unfulfilled in a marriage and a relationship, don't sit around waiting for things to get better. So that's what I have for you guys for this month. Guys, let me know what's been going on with you in the comments. And if you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. And until next time, you guys, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.